Welcome to the Effortlessly Abundant Life podcast. I'm Natalia, a certified hypnotherapist and a mindset shifter. Not too long ago, I was a broke, burned out, multi-passionate, single woman to now making six figures effortlessly, marrying the love of my life and attracting what I want by using my unique bridge method. I'm here to help you achieve the results you want in any area of your life by owning your true unique self with less doing, less stress, and definitely less effort. Now let's jump to today's episode in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to another episode of Effortlessly Abundant Life. I hope you had a fantastic 4th of July. I have to tell you, as an immigrant, this is my chosen home. I came here when I was 21 after living in different countries, and I chose this home because this place, this country symbolize the fact that doesn't matter where you come from, where you are, you have a chance to make your dreams a reality. And yet, I know our country is not perfect, but we have the freedom to do what we want. And that is everything, because I came from a country where I couldn't do that, right? So I deeply appreciate it. And I wanted to talk to you guys on this episode about something that came up from one of my coaching sessions with one of my clients. And we talked about how she feels not supported, not seen, not heard, not supported by source, by God, feeling like a victim of everything that is happening for her, feeling like her body betrayed her. She experienced a disease that kept her actually in coma for 5 days. And she feels every time that she feels a flare, she feels a headache, she feels some kind of pain in her body, that the trauma response kicks in and she cannot trust her body. And one of the things that I channeled for her was source message that I know that so many of us needs to hear, and I needed to hear as well. And I wanted to share with you here in case you are going through a trauma, a place where you feel things are happening to you, a place where you feel like things are just not working in the way you want to. And this idea and this thought process of this is happening to me, I am a victim, I hate everything, I hate my body, I hate my life, I hate this, I hate that. And that is something that you feel, that is how you feel towards your life right now. I want you to keep on listening. And matter of fact, I want you to save this episode because this is going to be your reminder. Every single time when things are not working out, I want you to listen to this. Now, one of the biggest questions that I had, and this is a deep one, and this is a deep podcast, so we're going there, is are we truly here by ourselves? Like, are we coming to life? Just everything is up to us? Or are we totally dependent on God? Right? There's kind of this like, I am fully, like I have full responsibility for my destiny. Is everything already kind of written out for me and I just kind of like cruising life, right? This is kind of the question, the big question that I had to really figure out. And what I found out by living from a place of where everything is on me is miserable, right? When you don't have this connection to source, this connection to universe, this knowing that you're fully supported, even if you're not seeing it, that is such a better way to live life. But then also there is this notion that is so easy for us to get into, that a lot of spiritual people live by. It's almost like, it's not up to me, it's all up to God, and I'm just kind of like living passively. And I found that this route also, where I kind of like gave full responsibility to source God, though it didn't feel right either. And what I want to bring here in this episode, this notion that it's neither. It's not about choosing one or the other. It's truly a perfect blend between them and the balance between them. And everybody has their own lesson in this lifetime to find that for themselves. But what I want you to understand, that when Source God brought you into this world, you chose to be in this place right now as a human being, as a soul, wanting to evolve, wanting to learn, wanting to gain more what we call soul points. So you are actually moving to the next realm, to the next expansion of your soul. And the more you learn, the more you expand. It's almost like a game. Think about it like a video game. Every time you learn something, you evolve, you allow more light to come through you. That is how you're actually becoming more like Source. And that is a very powerful thing. So I want you to think about it. If Source God brought you here and you as a soul chose to be here, and by the way, as I always say, and I'm going to say it again, you won the freaking lottery by being here. I don't care how your life looks like. I don't care what circumstances you are currently at. You won the freaking lottery, because to be a soul in this lifetime, in this time, it's truly one of a kind. It's the hotspot of the universe, because everybody wants to come here to learn, to evolve. And this is a very unique time where we are experiencing a shift in our consciousness, where we're moving to a new vibration on Earth, planet Earth, and therefore we all feeling this expansion. It doesn't mean that it's easy. It doesn't mean that it's like piece of cake, but this is what we hear. We're here to evolve, and when we know, we're almost getting like double points for being and existing and learning through this lifetime in this time. Oh my God. Like, won't you want that? Absolutely you want that. So knowing that you chose to be here, you chose your body. You chose the circumstances and the events and the things and the people around you that you're going to learn all these lessons through. Knowing that, you also have the power, right, to go and overcome those things and learn from those things. Why would you choose something not knowing that you can actually overcome? Right? So it's not like, the saying that God will not put you through something you cannot handle. Well, you will not put yourself going through experiences that you cannot handle. So I really want you to think about it. So everything you're going through right now, you are not powerless. You created for it for yourself, so you can learn from it. Now, where is the kicker here? So as I said, you chose to be here, you chose the circumstances and the lessons you hear and the people you're going to learn these lessons from. So God's Source, and I know as a mom, looks at us as their children, right? He looks at you as their daughter, as their son. And when you think about it, Source God doesn't sit there and think to himself, well, only if they perform 150 hours of hard labor and they're going to sacrifice their time and health and their everything in order to achieve this goal. And also worship me constantly, then I'm going to give them whatever that is that they want. It doesn't work this way. It doesn't work this way. What works, that God loves you so freaking much that he gave you the ability to create your own reality. Say whatever you want to say, but you're not a plant. You're not a tree. You're not sitting on one place and you have no ability to move. You have arms, you have legs, and guess what? You also have the ability to change your vibration through how you feel, through how you think, and what you actually do. So you have the ability to create your own life. God's Source loves you so much that he's like, you don't even need me, because I'm giving you all the tools for you to create your own reality. It's all up to you what you are actually sinking into, what you're actually focusing on, what are you actually vibrating at. So instead of being a victim of your life and thinking like, this is happening to me, guess what? You chose this. So what is the lesson here? Instead of, why is it happening to me? What is the lesson here? And I'm not saying it easy, but I'm saying that it's hard both ways. One of being in the victim, feeling powerless, that is very, very hard place to be in. But going through it, the healing process is also hard. But guess what? On the other end of that, there is so much freedom. There is so much relief. There is so much expansion. There is so much light. So which road are you actually choosing to go through? I don't know about you, but I'm choosing to know that I have the power to create my own life. I don't care what is happening to us. And I know times are going to be more intense. Things are going to be looking more crazy. Things are going to, and personally, and obviously, as a collective, we feel it. Like there's so much going on right now. And it's just the beginning. And that is where right now we are actually putting ourselves into this experience of massive expansion. Because only through pressure, only through this contrast, we can really find our inner power, and at such a deeper level that this is what's going to give us more light to move through us. Because we're going to surrender it more. We're going to learn more. We're going to move through it. We're not going to avoid it. And think about it going back to the father, parent figure looking at their child. As a mother, I can tell you, I want the best for my child. I want the best for him. I have nothing that I'm not, like if he's going to come to me and say, Mommy, I want to be an astronaut. Of course you can be an astronaut. I'm not going to sit here and judge his abilities because I love him unconditionally. I love him. And that's how God sort of sees that for you. He loves you so much. He's not sitting there judging whatever it is that you want or you don't want and whatever it is that you want to experience. There is not even a question. The question, are you perceiving yourself as this person that can actually have those things and experience those things? And that is where we need to take a responsibility. If me as a parent, I would give my son everything. I would do for my son everything. He's not going to learn. And that is why God sort of put us into this realm and this experience called life. It's because he wants us to learn. Yes, he's going to guide us. Yes, if my son is going to come to me and ask me for guidance, ask me a question, of course I'm going to be there for him. But I want him also to learn and learn how powerful he truly is. So that is why you're going through all these things that you think are hard. You think you have no ability to go through them. I want you to yourself to remind you that you chose those challenges. You chose those lessons. You chose those people. You chose everything in your life currently right now. And more than that, you actually manifested them as well. So take radical responsibility because that is where your power lies. If you're going to just hand it all to Source God and just stick your head into the sand and just not get out of bed for the rest of your life, that is avoiding. That is being passive. That is not why God brought you here. God Source brought you here so you experience your own power and see how powerful you truly are. And you are. So really think about where are you in your life waiting for something to happen, waiting for someone to save you, waiting and being passive and not taking full ownership from your end as a co-creator of your own reality. That is a big question. And I have to share with you when I had my lowest of the lowest point, because we all have that, where something so bad happens to us that just breaks our heart so deeply. And that happened to me when my ex-fiance just cheated on me and I felt so betrayed. I felt so alone. I felt everything is just collapsing on top of me and I felt like I have nothing. That's how I felt. I felt alone. I felt unsupported. I felt unworthy. I felt something was wrong with me. I could have done this better. I could have been this better. And when I kind of soaked in this energy and I've been the victim, and I'm not going to lie, like, oh my God, I right away took ownership of my life. No. It takes time to be in this misery and be in this low point and feeling a victim until you are truly had enough. And if you're listening to this, I know this message meant for you, and it's time. It's time to stop. And when I stopped feeling like everything is happening to me and blaming everybody around me, instead of taking full responsibility, healing my wounds, healing the part of me that attracted this, learning the lesson, and then creating the life that I want through my emotions, through my thoughts, from my actions. That's how I have the life that I have today. And guess what? Now I have my next level that I want to create in my life. And instead of being in a place of waiting for things to happen, I am creating. I'm not waiting for some big bang happen and magically release me from something. No, I am creating the life that I want to create in my next level as well. And that is what I want you to really take a deep look and be honest with yourself. Where are you avoiding? Where are you hiding? Where are you being passive? Where are you being waiting? And you're not taking full responsibility and being a powerful co-creator of your own reality. Please think about it. Please share it with me. If you feel you need support, you feel you need guidance, you feel it's hard for you to see your own stuff, because let's be honest, it's hard. It's hard to do this by yourself. And I don't think we need to do it by ourselves. That is why we have support from the universe. We have each other. And to do this on a much faster scale than just figure everything for ourselves, if you feel you cold and you feel you are deeply connected to this message and you feel you are ready to take that next step and take full responsibility for your life, and you're really ready to heal your wounds, to actually learn the lessons you're here to learn and move towards the life you want to create for yourself, I invite you to click the link in the show notes and book a single session with me where we can really look at where you are and where you want to be and how to start healing. And it's not as scary. It's not as complicated as you think. I promise you. I promise you. With that, guys, thank you so much for listening for this episode. If you found it helpful, you found it inspiring, you felt it moved something in your soul, in your body, please, please, please share it with your friends. Send it to somebody that you think they need to hear it, and post it on your social media. Tag me at Effortlessly Abundant Life, because I want to give you a gift of my free hypnosis that's going to help you to attract abundance effortlessly, just on repeat, just by breathing. And with that, guys, I love you so, so much. And I'll hear you and I see you in our next episode.